Blessed ones of the nations of the world, one more time, this is your brother Dan Moses Osei Osakodiye of TRC Ghana, coming your way with these special exposés. Testimony in New World this order. I first of all saying to you, Akwaba, Allen, Sahalen, Shagitan, welcome in Ganjoni, Bem-vindo, you are welcome, Kuso. Diwo to Sanyo Okukulaba, Mauya, Mingalaba, Boye, Malamu, Karibu, Ekabo, No o Sanu, Vezua, Elkwang de Hena, Mitash, Duburo, Pezalovat, Bine Ivinit, Barigalus, Vita Ichi, Ayubon, Dobitidoya, Velkommen, Ishtan, Hozut, Walang Aduman, Bienvenido, Namaste, Swagetan, Kush, Ama did, Baruk, Haba, Marhaba, Wang Yong Haminida, Wang Ying, Nyejeko, Anyemime, Nyejeko, We Zolo, Novio, Miawezo, Akwaba to the program Testimony New World Disorder. Was I saying that we should, the entire human race, from Europe, Asia, Australia, from all of the American continent, from Africa, was I saying that the Muslim, the Christian, the Judaist, all of, no matter which our religious inclination is, was I saying that we should totally destroy the government of Nana Addo Akufo? Yes, that is what I'm saying. Ghana, we didn't hear me well. I'm saying that we must begin to respond by every means possible and destroy the government. That is what I'm saying. Humanity and the nations of the world. I'm saying that what we are seeing now, our global helplessness, what we know to be coronavirus, was never intended to be a real thing. It was orchestrated by the government of John Donald Trump, Nana Addo Akufo, using some members of my own family in Ghana to divert attention from a serious global threat, eminent and existential threat that has been created due to the tactical killing of Ghanaians because we are Ghanaian, the willful killing of a whole UN Secretary General in secrecy because of the evil pursuit of Nana Addo Akufo and his government when I was in Ghana 2017-2019. What was about to happen to the human race was worse than a third world war. Yes. So there was the need, they think, that they must orchestrate that evil agenda, exploiting my family to set the agenda going. Now, humanity and the nations, the wearing of the mask. Initially, at the time that the coronavirus didn't exist, between December of 2019 to January of 2020, when the whole world started being taken over, a global order started being issued everywhere. The prior agenda for the use of the mask was all about people control, what you can say and what somebody else can say to you. That is why we were to use the mask. Too much a danger has been created from Ghana that is impacting the entire human race, and therefore a means must be found to control the human race from speaking about what is happening. So we must be silenced by the mask. That is the prime objective. The agenda of using the idea of claiming that there is a virus in the air and therefore you must put on the mask from inhaling the virus. That was a secondary thing. The ulterior motive was our people control and how much we can say, controlling the media, controlling the human race. And the other one, like I'm saying, is people control. don't gather, because if you gather, that is when you can share the more. Don't gather. The forbidding of the human race from gathering was a measure to reduce the possibility of terror attacks, sporadic, indiscriminate terror response due to the innocent people of Ghana, presidents, journalists, UN Secretary General, that have all been killed in secrecy. What was going to happen to the human race was worse than a third world war. So the prime objective regarding the social distancing, lock us down, don't gather, was to curb what they would call maybe terror response from the human race. Outrage, violence, a global chaos. The lockdown, that was the ulterior objective. The 6 feet distancing from each other. All we know is when there is a thick gathering and a bomb explodes, the number of people that they kill is greater than when stand here 6 feet. If there is an explosion, it will limit the number of people that will die, the casualty. You understand? There is something that we are not being told. It is as a result of humanity's resistance to the mask, to the social distancing order, that necessitated the creation of the virus by every means criminal, and get it a global order, and the controlling of our freedom of speech, the controlling of we as the members of the people control strategy must be enforced under what was never supposed to be and have been invented. Trump told us over and over again that the coronavirus was a fiasco. As at the time that Trump was making those utterances, at the time that some world leaders were making all those utterances, it never existed. If it does exist today, somebody wants to tell us they are very, very smart, and we are all in it. That is the reality. Akufo told what to do. I've told us what the mask originally, the ulterior agenda, was to control you, control me from what we can say. Because if your mouth is sealed, you can't talk about the killing of Kofi Annan. You can't talk about the killing of His Excellency Pakwesi Emisata. You can't talk about the killing of Kaba Ebony. You cannot talk about it. You can't talk about it. So one, taking away our freedom of speech. And two, taking away our ability to resist by dispersing us. But now it has become what it is. Humanity and the nations of the world. As I speak today, this 19th of March 2021, that same son of my father who was killed, he has all this while been in the Brong Ahafo region, where I was to join my family to bury my father, and they have sent a terrorist from the United Kingdom. She terrorist. She's not a United Kingdom citizen. She's a Ghanaian. Sent to infiltrate the United Kingdom years back, before the death of His Excellency. Years back, she has been a mole of Nana Drago. Years before the death of President Mills and before humanity. Yeah. So they have done the unimaginable. Beatrice Adoya, United Kingdom. He sought money so-called opportunity, mansion, treasures of this world at the expense of the blood of your people. You couldn't rape me. For the US undercover agent, you couldn't rape me for her. I have to tell you that as at this 19th of March, the same son of my uncle, because when I left Kumasi for Greater Accra region on the 17th, before I left for Greater Accra region, my own brother Samuel Sarkodie, who Nana Addo Dankwa used with a terror network to plot to murder my uncle in secrecy. After they attempted to lynch me, kidnap me, that same brother, they had plotted with that son of my father. They have sent him from the Bronx. He has been in Bronx region all this while. After the funeral, he has always been there. When I landed on the soil of Ghana from the US in December, he was quickly sent from the US. To come lie wait for me in Tema. I never bothered to go meet him. I never, because he has no regards for the blood of his own father. I never went to meet him. And then he had to go back to the Bronx region. America, we are talking about states, interstate travel. Travel from states to states. He came because I was coming on the 17th of March to Greater Accra region. He was sent straight back to Tema to come lie wait for me in the home of our father, because the few blessings that God gave to me in US, it was to be delivered in that uncle who has been my father, who has been killed at his home, and my brother in Kumasi for almost over a month, for almost like 2 months that I was in Kumasi. I never bothered to go look for my so-called brother, the killer. I never bothered to go look for him. He has plotted with Nana Addo Dankwa for the terror. When I was in Kumasi, too much came about for the world to know that my own family, some of my own family members in Tema, nurses of my own family were used to orchestrate the coup. So including this individual that I'm talking about, they brought him to Tema to come live wait for me. So when I'm going to take my luggage from my father's home, he will be there. You understand? So they set me up. As at this 18th of March, it totally backfired. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo knows not to cease from evil. You understand? That is why God must punish his evil by every means possible, using the whole of creation and the whole of the human race. Now, what to do? What to do is, we must understand that what is happening to the human race is not a myth. The lockdown is a reality. The vaccinating of the human race is going on. We see it. It is happening. The global order has been issued, and we are suffering the consequence of the global order. If you kick against a global order, you are an enemy of the human race, you are an enemy of the world. If you have to be killed, you will be killed tactically. So every nation must comply, must yield to, no matter the consequence of the untold inconvenience and hardship, difficulty that is bringing upon their own citizens. It must go on. So we must understand that reality is upon the human race, and we are suffering it. And this is what God says about the reality. That the United Nations can no longer remain in silence regarding what is happening to the human race. because it is destroying the United Nations. So the United Nations must begin to join the human race to fight these evil minds in Ghana and their cronies in America. You didn't hear me. I'm saying that the minds behind the global suffering, those minds are in Ghana, their cronies are in America. And America cannot continue to watch on for their nation to be torn down, their democracy to be destroyed. So, what God intends us to do is to understand that reality is upon America. You understand? So, we, the people of America, you in America, must begin to stand up, and we address the root the problem from the source, which is Ghana, and we fight it by every means possible. Europe, I hope you heard me. I'm saying that reality is upon you. Those behind the suffering of Europe, Asia, Australia, Africa, the suffering of the entire human race, they are in Ghana, GHA, my own people. They are here. You understand? And we must begin to liberate ourselves by addressing our problem from the root, and not consider our problem to be a dream. You understand? It is real. So we address it by real measures, which is the destruction, total destruction of the government of terrorists and the government of security, sanctioning them indiscriminately. We appeal to the United Nations, we appeal to Europe, Asia, Australia, Africa, and all of the human race. We must do this. Let me tell us why we must do it. Matthew 11:12. Matthew 11:12. I read it. Matthew 11:12. And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffereth violence, and the violent takes it by force. I will take it again. And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of God suffereth violence, and the violent take the kingdom of God. They take it by force from the children of the kingdom. This is Jesus speaking. He said, wake up, Christian. If you don't believe that Jesus was killed, he was killed and it was real. When people decide that they will kill and they go about killing, and we say that the killing is a myth, it will not be long. It will be your turn to die, and that death is real. Sometimes it may seem like a sleep, just like Jesus wanted the minds of his disciples to be awakened to, that if you called death asleep, that Lazarus, my friend, is asleep, so you think he would wake. I am going there to wake him from the sleep. And he said, but if the man is asleep, then he wake. He said, asleep, he is dead. That is real. That is real. You see, all the saints that are gathered here, whether Pakwesi Misata, His Excellency, whether Ebony Kaba, His Excellency Dr. Busumuru Kofi Annan, His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings, His Excellency John Evans Fifi Atameos, His Excellency Osajifu Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, His Excellency Evans Fifi Atameos, whether Martin Luther King Jr., Doctor, whether we believe it or not, Bible says they are asleep, but the truth is they are dead, and they are not here. You can't see them physically. They are dead. At the appointed time, God will wake them from their perpetual sleep into life, and that is the resurrection. But the reality is, their family members know that they are not here with us anymore. So if we think that death is not real, you better think again. What I'm saying is, you see from this saint, you are seeing a man called John Dramani Mahama. You are seeing a noble lady, Samia Nkrumah. She's alive. John Dramani Mahama is alive. There are too many around them that are dead. When the saints were being eliminated one after the other, there were some of them that were living and were not dead, but today they are not dead, they are dead. It means that those that are remained and are alive, they could also die if nothing is done. If we don't rise up to overturn the evil that is upon the human race. I'm not saying that those that we are seeing there, everybody will die. I'm giving an analogy that you understand that if there were some of them that were alive when we started these exposés and they have all been killed secretly, those that are still alive, it means that they could also be killed if we don't act. Now, so now you see that the United Nations has a challenge. Yes, the European Union has a challenge. We cannot, you understand, when we, if we took slavery and human enslavement to be a thing that impacted a section, it is the African people and between the European people and the West Indies, America, this is their thing. You know, if you are in Australia, this doesn't concern you much. But the truth is, what happened to a section of the member of the human race affects all. Slavery and human enslavement is playing itself back by the same evil minds of Ghana, who put chains on their hands of their own brothers and sisters, wives and children, fetters on their feet, and gave them up. The same thing is playing back, and it's time that we stand up and say to the evil minds in Ghana that that stupid thing that you do to your own citizens and create problem for the world. We can't take it anymore. We will not accept it anymore from you. We won't. That's what I'm saying. Do you understand? I come back to the program Testimony New World Disorder. Now, humanity and the nation, let's hear this. I, Osei Sakodi, brother than Moses of TRC, my blood has been sought for years to be shed by the terror network of Nana Addo Akufo, by Nana Addo Akufo, by minds in America, huge political minds, by the undercover agent US. God has helped me. I am still alive. There were many of us, of the saints that were alive while my life was being hunted down. They are all no more today. Listen to me. During 2017-2019 mission of mine, 2 years in Ghana, America, the CIA should go find this out. They know it. The National Security, NSC, US, should go find it out. The Secret Service of the White House, go find it out. The FBI of James Comey, John Brennan, Mike Monroe, all of you. David Petraeus, find out, they will tell you that during the 2-year mission in Ghana, at a point when my people were being killed like animals by the government of terrorists, Nana Addo Akufo and his administration, in appeasing of US undercover agent, I had Ghana, hear me, I'm saying that I did it. I called on John Donald Trump, the then president of US, that John Donald Trump should do this for me. He should use Tomahawk precision missiles. Tomahawk precision missiles. The one that can maneuver from You know, like the eye of the needle. It can maneuver and pass through the eye of the needle without touching the needle. You understand? He should use such tomahawk missile and send it to the Flagstaff house, whether the Jubilee house or the confused house of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and make sure that if he's not there, he can send it to his house at Nima. When he's sleeping on the bed with his wife. She calls her Rebecca or what? Donald Trump should plant the tomahawk, precision tomahawk, in between him and his wife and destroy something in between them, bomb them and kill them. I was telling Donald Trump to do this. Yeah, I don't believe that. I can show you documents which will tell you that I was telling Trump to do it because my people were getting killed by a terrorist, the most dangerous terrorist of this world, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. I told Trump to do this. Trump knows that most of the time I make fun. I make fun. Even when I'm being killed, I'm still finding means to make jokes. So you don't know whether I'm really dying or I'm trying to make fun. You understand? So Trump was torn between reality and is he joking or he means that I should bomb? You know, Nana Addo Dankwa, we are from all. I am from a Republican party. He's from NPP, and we are all sister parties. You know, my Republican party, we have been sodomizing the NPP in secrecy for years, so I cannot bomb him. Okay. At the point I had to start telling Trump that Trump, your second term mandate is an automatic done deal from Jesus. However, the only thing that will take that second term automatic mandate from Jesus, from getting it to you, is the US undercover agent and Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Trump, separate yourself from them. Otherwise, they will cost you your second term presidency. You don't believe that I can show you documents. The Oval Office of Donald Trump is now taken over by His Excellency Joe Biden. The records are there. I was telling Trump this. Trump did not heed. And if he had heeded and bombed Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo and killed him, like I was telling him to, Kofi Annan would have been alive today. Jerry John Rawlings would have been alive today. Would have been alive today. My pastor, Reverend Dr. David Nabet, would have been alive today. My uncle, Nana Daniel Opoku, would have been alive today. My uncle, my father, Nana Edubofo, would have been alive today. Many of the people that have been killed would have been alive today. But Trump played a game with it. Today, Donald Trump is no longer the president of US. America, you don't know what has happened to your nation. You don't understand unless God, by the African, explains it to you. He was not willing to do what God needs him to do. The man was killing innocent of Ghana. Bible says that whosoever shares man blood, by man shall his own blood be shed. Why are you killing the innocent? Stop it. Trump didn't do it. It cost him his presidency. Humanity and the nations of the world. The evils of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo is costing us our life. It's costing the United Nations. It's costing the World Health Organization. It's costing the entire human race. It is now time for us to respond. I'm not telling us to take bombs, bullet, guns, big knives, and go attack him. As I speak now, maybe you are the personal security of Nana Addo Dankwa, and you are so upset that how can a human be so evil to his own people, and you are tempted to take the gun and plant it in his head and blow his mind and spill his brain on the floor and tell the world that I did it because he did it to my people. Don't do that. That is not what we are talking about. I know you are in the military and you are so upset. You are asking and you have people sitting at the electoral committee. You have judges of the state saying that this is about my tribe. my tribesmen. So let it go on. Let's kill the African. You are so upset in the Ghana police service. You are so upset that a whole IGP can collude with criminals to bring a terrorist from UK to come rape me at my father's funeral. James Opombuenu did this. Why wouldn't I take him to International Criminal Court, Hague? Humanity and the Nation acquired to the program Testimony New World. This Osei Asako, Brian and Moses. I'm saying that Europe, Asia, Australia, Africa, and the nations of the world, the time is here. We can't take the time that Trump needed to have used tobacco base. It is past. He didn't do it. The innocent that had been killed already, they are gone. Your Excellency Joe Biden, Big Joe, you have to stand with humanity and the nations of the world. I overheard you say that even at the time that he has stolen the mandate and before it went to the court, Your Excellency Joe, you were telling him that you work with him. That was wrong. It was wrong. That has empowered the Supreme Court to steal the mandate against everything that is called law, and I've given it to him, and he's sitting. Okay, which means that you have to continue working with him. It cost John Donald Trump his throne. I can show us document. America, if I'm lying, the CIA has what it takes to bring me before the law. The Secret Service, the Oval Office of the White has what it takes. If such documents are not at the Oval Office of John Donald Trump, this is no laughter. You understand? His second term bid mandate was an automatic done deal by the African. When the African said, no more, Trump, your time is done. Tetelestai, it was finished. Nothing could be done about it. Humanity and the nations of the world. You are in Ghana. Well, if it is your the killing is in the interest of your political party, I'm sorry for you. Ghanaians are getting killed. You are in Europe, Asia, Australia, and any part of the world. If the global suffering, helplessness, it is not as devastating in your nation as it is in other nations, so you don't care that much. You are wrong. We must do what must be done, and what must be done is the government of Nana Addo Akufo decided to take the throne of Ghana by force, and they took it. Bible says that the kingdom of God is suffered violence from the violent. Not the kingdom of darkness, so God's own kingdom. We lackadaisical manner, I don't care. And the kingdom is snatched from us. You understand? That is what the Bible says. Because we don't care. Our minds are not alive as to getting up to save the United Nations, as we have to get up and save it. Getting up to save Europe, Asia, Africa from our suffering as we ought to do. Because our minds are not, we are continuing to die. We are continuing to be shut down. We are continuing to vaccinate. We are continuing to suffer all the suffering. But let our minds come up alive and address this problem from the root. I will not marry the US undercover agent. Period. Nobody in America can tell me, no matter whichever negotiation, agreement, trade deal that has been done by Nana Addo Akufo and this government. Regarding this, I will not marry her. I will not allow her to own my children as her property. US Justice Department, this is a damn deal. I will not marry the US undercover agent. I will not have my children being owned. US House of Congress, Senate, all of you. This is with all due respect. I would not marry the US undercover agent. I would not have my children owned by her. I demand their freedom. She committed an unthinkable crimes which no human being has committed since there was a nation upon the earth. No woman has done such evil. She has done it. We cannot continue to fear her face and appease her with the entire human race. No, you understand? I will not marry her. and I demand the whereabouts of my children. I demand their freedom. That is what we must do. God bless you, and you must continue to resist and destroy the government of terrorists, Nana Addo Akufo and his government, before they take what is ours. They take the United States by force. They take the European Union by force. They take Asia by force. They take Australia by force, and take the human race by force and get us destroyed. We destroy evil before evil destroys us. God bless you, and God bless my homeland, Ghana. Ghana, that is what I told the world, that they should destroy the government of Nana Addo Akufo. This is what I'm saying. God bless you, and God bless my homeland, Ghana. No weapon fashioned against us shall prosper. Bye bye.